Hey folks, Ed here from Brain Pulp TV. I've got the playmat out. A new set for Magic the Gathering, Kaladesh, is out. So that can mean only one thing. We're going to be opening something up. And today we're going to be opening up a Kaladesh pre-release pack. Now, I really, really want to be able to play in a pre-release sometime this century. Sadly, it doesn't usually work out with my schedule. One of my local gaming stores, local gaming/comic stores, Hidden City Comics, we sort of have the agreement, if there is a spot that's open that is not going to be taken up by an actual player, then I will buy one of their pre-release kits. If not, I do not want to take someone's potential spot from the actual pre-release. Luckily for me, there was at least one spot open, so they were able to sell me a pre-release pack. So we get to open up here on the channel for you guys, and we can see what's inside one of these things. So without further ado, let's open this sucker up. I've got my trusty knife, as always, here. Cut it open. Now we slide the sleeve out. I'm not sure. No, there's nothing on the inside of the sleeve. So we'll just set that aside. Now this opens differently. It's supposed to open, I believe... I believe it's supposed to open like... There is instructions. Oh, push to unlock. There's text that actually says what to do, and of course I didn't see that. So, oh yeah, so it slides open like that. It's almost like it's its own little invention. It's got like cogs and stuff on here. Now, in each pre-release kit, you get the spin down counter. We got a blue one this time. The blue one looks really nice. So I've got a nice life spin down counter here, which we will set aside. And then you have your... Oh my goodness. Wow, this is I've opened up several pre-release kits, and this is the first time I've ever opened up, I think, a mythic. Never mind a mythic planeswalker. So we have Saheeli Rhea or Rhea. I'm probably mispronouncing her last name, at least. I do apologize for that, but man, this would have been wonderful to actually play with. Well, anyways, we have Saheeli Rhea, or I'm going to say Saheeli Rhea. Let's say that. I'm probably wrong. Please correct me if I am wrong. It is a planeswalker for 3, 1 a blue and a red. Gets you a 3 loyalty planeswalker. The +1 is scry 1. Saheeli deals 1 damage to each opponent. The -2 is create a token that's a copy of a target artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact. In addition to its other types, that token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. And the ultimate, the -7, is search your library for up to 3 artifact cards with different names, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Easily the best pre-release premium card that I've ever opened from any pre-release kit. So I'm super, super happy I got to open this for you guys. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it and it's not being all glary, but yeah, that's absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I will set her down right there. What else do we have in the kit? We have what looks like it's either a Thopter or a construct paper craft thing. I will assemble that. I'm not going to try to assemble it now on camera. I will assemble it off camera and then show you either in another opening video or tack it on to the end of this video. But yeah, this comes with the pre-release kit as well too. What else do we have here? What's this? What's this? This is... Congratulations! We have accepted your entry into the Inventors Fair. So, oh, that's a neat little thing. Highlights. Cool. And then building a sealed deck. This is very useful information because, I mean, pre-releases are very casual. So it's a good sort of jumping on point if you want to try some quote-unquote competitive play without it being super serious competitive play. So it's typically rather forgiving when you're playing at pre-releases. I'm not saying the rules go completely out the window, but including something like this makes it a little less stressful, I think, for new players, or even people who haven't done sealed in a long time. So it gives them a nice little breakdown and tells them how to go about maybe sort of like, some tips anyways for creating a deck from your sealed pool. So this is always a good thing to add, and they add it with a nice little bit of flavor with this sort of scroll of congratulating the player that they've been accepted into the Inventors Fair. So that's kind of neat. And then it's got a divider. that goes with this little deck box. Deck box opens up decent amount. And then, of course, you have the packs. Now, you get 6 packs in a pre-release kit, and you're going to be making your deck with these 6 packs. So the artwork on the packs is really cool. And we are going to be opening these up right now. Now, whenever I open up packs on the channel, I always keep track of a few things just to, for something to do on the side. I keep track of the mythics. I typically keep track of the foils, and I will be doing that here as well, too. We technically already have 1 foil and 1 mythic, so I will include that in the total right now. And, let's keep track of the servo tokens. That's something new from this set, so yeah, we'll keep track of the servo tokens as well, too. So now that we've sussed that out, let's start opening up these packs and see what we get. I'm going to go a bit slower, just because we don't have that many packs, so I'm going to look through some of the commons here as well, too. I'm going to try to hold it so that you guys don't get glare, and typically when it's on camera, you guys may not see glare, but if I'm holding it in that way, sometimes I see glare, so there's this sweet spot where I can both read the card, and you guys can see it as well, too, and hopefully it'll stay in focus. Okay, so, select for inspection. Thriving Rhino. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet, but I've been watching the pre-release that Loading Ready Run did on their channel, and a lot of these cards I'm seeing here, they were very useful in play. I'm super excited to be able to draft this set, and I'm hoping to be able to do that too. Another one of the puzzle knots, which is really cool. Module. Okay, so our first uncommon is Decoction Module. Hazardous Conditions. Gurapur Guide. Sure, we'll say that. And our rare is Confiscation Coup. That's Confiscation Coup, for those of you who heard me slightly butcher the pronunciation of that. It is a 5-drop sorcery. For 3 and 2 blue, you can choose artifact or creature. You get 4 energy, which is one of the new things as well, too, in this. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. If you do, gain control of it. We have a mountain. And our first servo token. I'm guessing we're going to have a few servo tokens from this, but it's one of the things we're keeping track of, so there's our first one. And that's the first rare from the packs. Yeah, see right there, the mountain has already got a nasty amount of glare, so I'm just going to keep it there. Okay, so quickly just go through the commons. Hijack. Bridge. Look out. Like I said, there's certain, a lot of the commons in this set seemed very, very playable from what I saw from the pre-release. So let's start off with the uncommons here, though. It is Underhanded Designs. Sky Whaler's Shot, which is a nice bit of removal. I'm having a little trouble focusing because of lighting here. Era of Innovation. And our rare is Aether Squall Ancient. A 6/6 for 7, 5, and 2 blue gets you a Leviathan. It's got flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy. Return all of the creatures to their owner's hands. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So 8 is a pretty high energy cost, but if you build a deck around energy creation, it's not necessarily that difficult to get 8, especially with something like this, which is going to be getting, earning you 3 at the beginning of each of your upkeeps. So it seems like a lot, but it can actually be done, not fairly easily, but easier than you might think. We got a swamp and another servo token. So the servo token totals are going up there. We might have used up all of our luck with our pre-release premium card there. So Subtle Strike. Cobra, this is another card. Windrake, classic card, being reprinted. Oh yes, and one of the new vehicles. That's very, very cool. The vehicles were really, really shown off quite well in the pre-release. I have no affiliation with Loading Ready Run. I'm only pimping the pre-release because I thought it was a lot of fun to watch, and it was a cool way of seeing some of the new cards being played before you actually get a chance to play them. Color Pioneer. Okay, so our first uncommon is Aether Torch Renegade. Morbid Curiosity. Visionary Augmenter. A lot of people are comparing this card to Ripley in Aliens. In the if you've never seen Aliens, definitely watch it if you're not too worried about scary movies. But if you have seen Aliens, I think you'll get the reference from the artwork here. And our rare is Dubious Challenge. It is a 4-drop sorcery. Let me just not shake this constantly. It's look at the top 10 cards of your library, exile up to 2 creature cards from among them, then shuffle your library. Target opponent may choose one of the exiled cards and put it onto the battlefield under his or her control. Put the rest onto the battlefield under your control. Island. And a Thopter token this time, not a Servo token. They look similar, but I assure you they're different, especially because Thopters have flying. Thopters, slightly better Servos. Or Servos, slightly worse Thopters. Demolish, Failed Inspection, Thriving Rhino. Okay. Decoction module, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that first word right. Hopefully I am. Hazardous Conditions. Graphier Guide, which I think is the exact same uncommons I had in another pack, so I wonder if this is... Oh no, this is a different rare at least, though. Cultivator's Caravan. For 3, gets you an artifact vehicle. It's a 5/5. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. You can crew 3, which means tap any number of creatures you control with total power of 3 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn, and that will be its power and toughness. It is a forest and a Servo token. This is probably one of my favorite Servo tokens, I think, from the artwork. And next pack. This is our second to last pack here. So acrobatic maneuvers, built to last. The puzzle knots seem very, very cool. Hunt the Weak. Okay, so our uncommon, starting off, is Underhanded Designs. Skywhaler's Shot. Wow, the focus is just going crazy. Era of Innovation. And our rare is Saheeli's Artistry. It is a whopping 6-drop, 4 and 2 blue, gets you a sorcery. Choose one or both. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. Create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. That is probably why it costs so much. Seems actually like it could be definitely useful. If I was doing blue in draft, I would probably draft this card. So, yeah, it seems like it could be good. Seems like it could be good coming from someone who's definitely not an expert in draft. A mountain and another Servo token, so I get to tally those up. It's pretty nice. Get to have a high total, even though I've only got 1 foil and 1 mythic, and it's the same card. And we had it right before we started opening the packs. But the other totals of the Servos are going up and up. Our last pack. Thriving Turtle. The whole line of thriving creatures is quite cool. That is some very, very nasty artwork on the Cowl Prowler. Eager Construct. Another one of the puzzle knots. The Windrake. We're at the uncommons once again. Aether Torch Renegade. Morbid Curiosity. Visionary Augmenter. And our rare is Lathnu Hellion. It's a 3-drop, 4/4 Hellion creature. It's got haste. When Lathnu Hellion enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice the Hellion unless you pay 2 energy. Which, of course, if you're having a 4/4 for 3 with haste, there has to be a downside, and this has got like sort of a echoey type upkeep. And you have a swamp and a tip card. This is the first non-token card. So here is a quick recap of what you get with the pre-release kit. On top of the box it comes in itself, which can be used as sort of a makeshift deck box, you get a life spin down counter. You get the Congratulations to the Inventor's Fair, which doubles on the other side as sort of a guide as to how to build a sealed deck. You get a paper craft. It's either a Thopter or a Servo. I'll know more when I put it together. And then you get some rares and, of course, a premium pre-release rare. And in this case, we really lucked out and we got Saheeli because we didn't get anything too crazy in the regular rares, but we did get a Cultivator's Caravan, which is a card I fully intended to get a full playset of after the set came out. So luckily, I only need 3 now. We also got 4 of the Servo tokens, which we were taking or keeping track of. But as far as the mythics and foils go, we just have one of each, and they're both in the same package of Saheeli here. Now, if I were to build a sealed deck from this card pool, just judging from the rares and as well too remembering some of the commons and uncommons I had, I'm fairly certain I'd be going Izzet, because one, Saheeli is blue and red, so I would have a hard time not playing her. It would seem foolish not to. So yeah, I would probably go that route. And we do have some decent blue rares on top of it. We also have a not bad red rare in the Hellion. But yeah, there was the power cards we have are definitely more in red blue. And we also have the Cultivator's Caravan if we want to splash for a third color or something like that. Sadly, though, once again, I was not able to play, but at least I got to open this for you guys. You got to see what was in a kit if you yourselves didn't get to play. And I got a few, nice cards out of the deal, especially the Saheeli. Anyways, there you go. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to let me know what you got in your sealed pool or some sort of interesting story that happened to you at your pre-release, please feel free to leave that in the comments section below. I'd love to read it. You can also follow and contact us on Twitter. It is @BrainPulpTV, or you can follow and contact me directly on Twitter @GeekTragedy. And now that that is said, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to us. May all your pulls be mythics, and I'll see you all very soon.